Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Planet Coaster. This is The Trouble with Bubbles, and we're going back into our Bubbles Adventureland Sandbox theme park. Now, I haven't had a chance to play in between this video and the last video, which I said I would, and do some decorating of my own, but today we're just going to go in and we might... As much as I like our wooden coaster over here, what if we made another wooden coaster that started here and went down and around and back, kind of taking up here, going down, doing some stuff there, coming back around or even underneath this one, doing some stuff here and coming back into the station. I mean, wooden is probably not the best choice, but yes, I know there's a lot of litter. It's generally wooden and these guys, the hyper coasters that are really spindly compressed. I don't know. I like wooden roller coasters. I'm better at building wooden roller coasters, so let's start with that because that's what I want to do. Just to see how interesting I can make this. So we want our station raised up the ground. I learned that recently, that you always want to raise it off the ground a little bit. And I don't know, do we want to... How much room do we want to give at the end of the coaster? Because it's going to cut into our initial hill. Alright, we'll start with that. We're just going to go straight into the hill at a 30-degree angle. And we're going to hopefully go up. We're going to go up a little higher than your average wooden coaster because this is going to be our colossal neck breaker, headbanger, flagship ride. So we're going to make a wooden coaster that's almost as tall as a similar sized steel hypercoaster would be. To just kind of, so this is trying to make our arc as even as possible. So here we're just gaining a ton of speed. So this isn't super intense. I mean, it's tall, don't get me wrong. It's just gaining speed at this point. It's Batman. I'm Batman. My camera's in a new angle, so I apologize if I don't look over quite as often as I probably should. So we'll back one up. So what we'll do is it'll go up and to the side into a secondary hill, down that hill, do a couple spins, small hill, accelerate around the corner, larger hill, cut away, do a couple spins. I don't know, let's see what happens. So we want to make this as arced as possible, or as smooth as possible, coming back up. That looks pretty smooth. I don't know. Let's see what kind of speed we're getting. Alright, so up they go on their boring, intense, long, scarifying, terror-farting climb. Let's see, speed by the time we hit 7 meters. So they're 65 miles per hour. So that seems pretty darn tasty for me. So this is where we start coming up at our angle. And because we've got so much speed, getting up to height won't be an issue. And so we'll ring around this corner at a high speed. Up we go. back down. As much as I don't like confining to angle snapped angles and keeping them all pretty and clean, it's gonna result in the best coaster in the end. Alright, so let's see what happens when he comes down here. We'll watch our levels. Excitement's up, or excitement's down, fear is down. Here they come. Up and around. And back down. So it's not very exciting. I wonder why. Well, let's see what we can do to rectify that. So we can make our own helixes, or we can use the ones that are already in this. So make that a smooth transition. Bring it down to level. Block section. We'll put ourselves a block section there, and we'll go down into a helix. But I need this to be way bigger. I want to go down. I don't want to go underground though, because I don't want to lose so much momentum. I wish I could slightly. Let's see what happens if we try to kind of make our own. So we dip down. We kind of start our helix. I don't know if I can make my own helix as much as I really want to. I think instead what we'll do is, before we get to our block section, this is 30, right? Because of the momentum we have, we can get back up to this, put our block section here. And then, ooh, not up, down. Okay, so before we get our block section, we put this bad boy in. We give a 45-degree turn, then a block section, then we helix it. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do this. But I don't want the helix ending over there. I want the helix I wish I could make it compressed, like height wise. So if we bring that in and we come out there, let's see, as they come down the helix, they get some of their speed back. They come out of the helix. Okay, so that's too sharp of an angle. We gotta keep that. So this is an interesting mechanic that might work out for us. So it's this weird helix to extender, and then we The problem is we're so low to the ground already. Maybe we can get away with a couple of 0G hills. We're going to have to dig into the ground. As much as I don't want this coaster to be super in the ground, but I want to pass... Hello. I want to pass as closely as possible to this track. I don't want to go over top of it, but I want this to be right next to this so we can kind of wave at each other when they go by, because they're real human beings, right? So we tilt this one, we give it a tiniest angle of curve, bring it down. So we might not actually get to pass that close because we'll still be going up. Oh no. They didn't get enough speed to get back up this. Shoot. Well, that's why we run the tests while we're doing it. What happens if we remove our block section? Pardon me while we figure out what's wrong with our ride. Maybe we can put a block section here, but even then I think... Alright, so we're 3 fast forward. Come on, little train car. Come on, little train car. Oh, he's all the way down there. Okay, so he can't make it all the way up this. But what if we remove that block section? And yes, I know. Wow, shut up, janitor. Yes, block sections make everything better, but at this point, I'm just going for a concept versus the best ride in the world. Or the most efficient ride in the world. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, so they've got plenty of speed to get up here while they're... So this isn't a super smooth curve, and I'll definitely have to smooth it out some, but... So that's kind of what I want. They're passing very close together. I know the vendors are thinking about quitting. At this point, I don't have time to worry about their sad lives. I'm a horrible, horrible theme park director. Where's the train? Oh, the test isn't running. But, ooh, that's going to be cool. Because then we get a couple. We could almost, if we really wanted to make it a super long coaster, we could have this be a lift hill. Go down and do some more stuff over here. But I think what we'll just do is do a couple little bitty ones here that just run through the side of the main hill. Let me make sure we've got the momentum. Where's the ride? Is it still on the hill? Yes, it is. Alright, come on. Come on, car. Alright, so I have no idea how I'm going to finish this now because... Whoop. Oh, so close. Did I just add 2 pieces of track? I did. So let's move this down just a tiny bit. And we'll take all this and smooth it and lower it just a hair. Okay, so let's see how that goes. I'm sorry if this episode is literally just going to be me building this coaster, but hey, it's Planet Coaster. It's all about building roller coasters, so that's what I want to do. I just recently finished a series, so I haven't figured out what I'm gonna start next, and I just wanted to get a video out right away. Okay, so now this one down as well. So we've really screwed ourselves with the acceleration. So I think this screwed our banking, but I don't know. We'll see how the ride results end up. Okay, now we've got a decent amount of speed. So this bump is going to be a little bit funky. I don't know. I think we may have screwed up in such a way that we can't really end our ride carefully. So if we go this way, 30, not 45. No, turn back. 45, not 60. Make a little S curve here. And then down straight. I'm sorry, I'm concentrating very hard on this failure roller coaster. So now let's go back to our end, and we'll give ourselves a track to come into right here. Raise it up just a hair, not 15. That's too high. Literally just a few. So trim brakes. All right, let's do friction brakes. So this is our goal right here, is to get into the friction brakes there. Okay, so we don't, because of speed restrictions, we don't have any block sections, which will cause an issue. Okay. No, I didn't want to delete that. Whatever. Actually, I may have wanted to delete that after all. Alright, so let's quickly get a couple more little bitty hills in here. And then we'll try to line up. There, so let's grab this, hit this bad boy. Actually, we'll take this one, make him short, up 15 to kind of give us that little height we wanted. Block brakes, regular track, down, turn. Connect. Alright, so there we have a coaster, a wooden coaster, a fabulous behemoth monster. Let's see, since we're halfway through our run, let's see if we have any decent sort of rating. It's not nauseating, it's not terrifying, but it's also not exciting, so thank you for joining me on this terrible failure of a journey. I will definitely try to tweak that. Oh no, everybody's quitting. Like, I care. But I'll definitely try to tweak that and come back with something better next time. But thank you guys so much for watching. That's Planet Coaster. This is The Trouble with Bubbles, and I hope to see you in the next video.